Hey guys. Hey Amy. Hello Kay. Hey Roses. Let's see. I'm grabbing my decks out right now. I'm gonna figure out which ones I want to use. So we're doing 15 minutes of free readings. Make sure you guys are following the rules in the description to be added to the free list. If you don't follow the rules, you might run the risk of your question being skipped. Roses. Me too. I'm trying to get back on a better schedule, but the night owl always wins. Roses. Let's see. Will Taurus and Roses communicate this month? Yes or no for Roses? I am getting a yes. King of Cups, Roses. MA, also a night owl. Will HM reach out to me? We come when I get engaged to my soulmate. Which one will it be? Will it be the former or the latter? It looks like it will happen before. If it happens at all, it'll happen before the engagement. Amy. Amy, I am getting a no, the Hanged Man. Used to be an owl. I know, I'm definitely trying to change that. I just find myself to be more productive at night. That's my problem, but I'm trying to change it. Earth Angel, I am getting a yes. Ace of Pentacles. I have no, Emily. You will not have to be the one. 4 of Cups. Me too. I get a huge burst of energy at night. It's so bad. Like, all day I'm drained. And, like, 7 o'clock rolls around and I'm like, time to do the dishes. Time to fold the laundry. Time to sweep. Time, you know, like, I have such a hard time getting that burst of energy earlier in the day. And at night, I want to do everything in, like, 3 hours. You're welcome. Okay, so we have about 9 minutes left of the free list. Make sure you guys are asking your questions if you have a yes or no. Make sure you're following the rules. If you can, make sure that you hit that like for me today. That would be great. If you haven't done so already, the likes really do help my channel get exposure. And I personally appreciate it. It makes me feel good. Yes, I'm worse. 10 p.m. I get the burst and it lasts for hours. Ugh. And then you're probably up to like 3 a.m. Kay's an early bird. Hey, Josie. All right, so I am getting a yes. 6 of Pentacles, Kay. Everyone seems to switch around. That's funny. Medea, I am getting a no. 4 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. This probably is not the best match for you. Emily, that's so true, because you get into like this habit, this routine, because you want to stay up late, or no, you don't want to, but you do, and then you sleep in, and then you don't have like any of your day, so then you want to stay up late to make up for the time that you missed, and then you find yourself in this whole cycle all over again. I've been trying to get myself back on a better schedule, and I did really well last week, but I'm just giving myself grace and not judging myself too hard if I get off track. Josie, yes, donations are open. You are absolutely able to send a donation. And once you guys do donate, please let me know so I can confirm on my list. Let's see. Josie, I did get that donation. 10 card reading. So Josie, you'll be first on my list. Hey, I speak. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Yes, better reach out to me before otherwise it's lost. You're welcome. That was me last night. I was up till 3 a.m. feeling exhausted, physically energized, and able to go to sleep. I was like, what the hell is going on? Is that not normal for you, I speak? That's pretty normal for me. I do everything I can. Like, Brennan, he works every day, like at an actual job. So he goes to bed at like 11 every night and gets up at 8. And I try my best to go to bed with him, but chances are I'm gonna be like watching TV or something until like 2 a.m. until I can fall asleep. Haley, I am getting a no. I have the 5 of Cups. I'm doing good. Have a job interview soon. Kind of nervous. Ooh. Is it for something you think you'll like? Not normal for you at all. Okay. Oh my goodness. Maybe the full moon has something to do with it. Oh my god, you're gonna kill it. I hope you get the job. Yeah, I speak. I'm sure you'll do great. You're welcome, Haley. Wish I had better news. I hope I'm wrong. All right. I speak says, will my job interview go well this week? Show me a yes or a no for I speak. 4 of Wands. So I take that as a yes. All right, we have 3 minutes left of the free list, then we will be moving on to donations. Currently on our donation list is Josie. Josie, if you'd like to go ahead and post your question, you can do that. It's just for the money so I can pay the bills and just take care of myself. Honestly, more money the better, but it's not my passion. After work, I'll be focusing on paintings and doing readings. That's good. Oh, modeling. You definitely need something to kind of get you by. If they can be your passion and make you money, that's always a great thing, but it doesn't always work out that way. So you just gotta do what you gotta do. Of course. So this closes in 2 more minutes. Make sure you are asking your questions. It's 1 card pool, so it can be any format. Just make sure that you get those in the next minute and a half. Hey Sarifa, it has been a minute. I am doing well, thank you. Very excited to be on this side of summer because our pool is opened up and I hope that I can go enjoy being outside more. I hope you're doing well. True, I'm trying though. Gotta play the game. This world to survive. Oh, girl, preach. But at least I'll make the money to provide the tools to focus on my dreams and grow that. Absolutely. Play the game. Sarifa, any thoughts on Tim? Any thoughts on Tim for Sarifa, please? Any thoughts on Tim? We have the 8 of Swords, so I feel like he might be going through his own type of like mental imprisonment. He might not be thinking so positively. He may just be in like a not so great mindset. The 8 of Swords can talk about overthinking or being a prisoner of your own life, like basically having a victim mentality. So that could be something he's going through right now. All right, y'all, it's officially 15 minutes in, so the free list is closed. We're going to be working on donations now moving forward. However, if you're new to me today, you've never gotten a reading with me before, say hello so you can claim your free reading with me. Josie is my first donation. Sarifa, that sounds good. I'll add you to the list. Sarifa says, I'm going to donate. Okay, got it. Josie, my ex-husband said that he wanted to spend time with me last week to talk further about some items we discussed, but he did not call. Why didn't he call? The Mystic Tarot. I will be with you shortly. Make sure you stick around for your question to be answered, okay? I'm working on a donation right this second. Ex-husband said he wanted to spend time last week to talk further. Why did he not call? It's okay, Mystic Tarot. Since you're new to me today, I'll still do the reading for you. Just make sure you stick around. I'll call on you in just a minute. Why did he not call? Why did he not call Josie? Why did he not call Josie? Thanks, Reef. I'll add you to the list in just a minute. So at first I was kind of like tapping into like changed my mind, but I didn't feel like that was quite correct. I'm getting that he's not necessarily feeling ready. Like, I think that he had good intentions. I think that he wanted to communicate those with you. So when he made the plans, he felt like he was ready, but something is going on where he changed his thoughts on that. Like, he's not feeling, it's not like he changed his mind. I do feel like he still wants to communicate these things further, but I feel like he maybe felt not prepared or not ready to have this conversation. A lot of times we make plans with people or to do things, and in that moment when we're making those plans, we feel like we're able and we feel like it's something we'll want to do. And then when the time comes, we realize like maybe we were not in the same mindset. Maybe we changed our minds in some way. I do that sometimes personally, like if I make plans to do something, but then when the day gets here, I'm like, wow, I'm not the same person I was when I made those plans. I feel completely differently. So I think for him, it was just feeling unprepared or feeling not ready. So the Seven of Cups here is one of the main reasons. The Seven of Cups talks a lot about overthinking, thinking of all the ways in which something can go right or can go wrong, or what can happen. What will they be thrown at? What will be thrown at them? What will they have to think of or improvise on the spot? You know, maybe he is hopeful for something to turn out with you a certain way and wasn't ready for reality to set in. You know, a lot of times Seven of Cups can talk about wishful thinking or having like delusions, so to speak. So I think, yeah, you'll have to tell me, Josie, how the nature is of your connection, of your relationship. I don't know if this was like trying to work this out with you, or if this was to kind of finalize things. I'm not quite sure. But I'm seeing with the Hierophant here, traditions is like a big thing between the two of you. The Hierophant can even indicate that he feels that your family, or he still views you as his wife. Yeah, so the Hierophant has to do with like, remember when I said traditions, it has to do like religion. So the Hierophant, some key components is religion, traditional institutions and values, marriage commitments, beliefs, and sharing those beliefs, as well as education and knowledge. So the Hierophant is a big thing, a big component here in this reading. It's the second card out. So maybe he's not feeling fully confident or fully prepared to discuss these topics at this time. Let's see. Why did he not call? Why did he not call? I do feel he regrets not calling you. I don't feel like he's very proud of the fact that you guys weren't able to touch on these topics. I have the Four of Cups, but it is indicating refusing offers or being in the moment, understanding that he's missing an opportunity to have this conversation with you. It can also indicate a little bit of frustration or like selfishness for his decisions. I have the Nine of Cups right next to the Four of Cups, meaning that he was thinking more about himself that day than he was thinking about how this would make you feel. They keep going back to him daydreaming and fantasizing or being delusional. So maybe he just wants to keep living in this this world that he's thinking in his head versus actually having a serious conversation. I think that he's a little bit worried about his wishes not coming true. We have Eight of Swords again, which talks about feeling trapped and restricted or backed into a corner. So when it says here, like, why didn't he call? The Eight of Swords does talk about being paralyzed by fear. So like I said, he was concerned about an outcome, and he felt unprepared or not ready to have this conversation. I think that he might have felt not as educated or not as well informed than maybe he made himself out to appear. And I think that he was feeling a bit in crisis or dilemma to continue on with this conversation or to have this conversation. So yeah, I mean, if you have any other questions about this, let me know because I can continue to pull cards. But the main thing that I'm getting is that he didn't feel very prepared. He was thinking more selfishly when he did not call or did not show. And yeah, that's what I've got. Let me know if you need any clarity on any of that I mentioned. Okay. Like he didn't want to hear the truth. It's almost like, was this a big deal in your marriage? Was this like a big factor? Because the Hierophant indicates someone in which you identify. So he felt like you were the wife, you were the family, you were his person. And I think the reason why he wanted to be with you is because a lot of times you guys viewed things similarly, or he thought that you viewed things similarly. And the Hierophant talks about where you meet someone who's like cut from the same cloth, someone who has the same values and morals and beliefs and traditions. And he was looking at you as someone similar to him. And maybe he feels a betrayal. You know, again, this is selfish. This is selfish of him to think this, but he's taking it very personally. He's taking it very personally. He's almost taking it as like a diss against him, is what I'm getting with the Hierophant. But the thing is about specific religions is that they want to, a lot of times people of a certain faith, they want to explain to you and they want to tell you and teach you, but they very rarely want to hear a retort because they're not educated enough to have conversations. They want to speak at you versus talk to you. And it's very possible that he knew how intelligent you are, and he knew that he wouldn't have all the answers, or he wouldn't have very thought out or fact-based responses to the things that you mentioned. And I think that he just didn't want to be put in that position. Like I said, he felt he wasn't ready, or he felt like he wasn't he wasn't well prepared to have that conversation. I also feel like he is taking this very personally, and I think that he doesn't want his opinion of you to change too much. And I think he knows that the more you guys have this conversation, the more you're not going to be the person that he is delusioned into believing that you are. And I don't think he's not ready to face the truth or face the facts. Right, right. So I was getting that it's not that he doesn't ever want to talk to you about this. I just don't think that that day was like the best day for him. Yeah, you're welcome. Awesome. Thank you for the donation. All right, so Mystic Tarot is a new sub today, so we're going to do a mini read for her or him. I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't mean to assume. Mystic Tarot, if you're here, I got kicked out. Mystic Tarot, if you're here, if you can please say hello. After that, we will be working on Sarifa. Sarifa, are we doing a $10 reading or are we doing 2 minis? Let me know. Great. All right. Thanks again, Josie. All right. Mystic Tarot is here. Mystic Tarot, does my ex AK realize that he did wrong to me? Sarifa, that sounds good. The $10 reading is a 10 card reading, okay? So I pull a minimum of 10 cards for you. We go a little more in depth, kind of like what we just did with Josie's reading. Does XAK realize he did wrong? Does XAK realize he did wrong? Please show me a yes or a no for Mystic Tarot. Sarifa, whenever you're ready, you can post your question. I am getting a yes, the Mystic Tarot. I have the King of Wands. So this person is aware. The King of Wands are very direct, they're decisive, they're independent. I think that he is aware of this. Now, is he going to go back and try to change this or fix this between you? Maybe they could be a little impulsive, but I think sometimes the King of Wands mindset is more on self-preservation and self-survival. They're definitely ones who are looking to further their own agenda. So it's very possible you're not going to hear this person say that they have regrets, but I do feel like they are aware of this. Yes. I have a whole ass story to catch you up on. I guess you can figure out what we can go from there. Okay. Sounds good. I have suspicions over Tim being in a relationship with someone as Tim hasn't been talking to me since our big serious discussion. Last time we talked was the end of March when we messaged. Oh, okay. So we talked was the end of March. So we all messaged March, April, May. Okay. Each other was the beginning of May before my birthday. He didn't bother saying happy birthday to me, yet I can see in that little circle on his Snapchat the day after that he posted the restaurant that we went to on my 30th birthday, making me feel like he wanted me to react. Mystic Tarot, I'm not sure, to be honest. I think that it's a real possibility, but that's not the question that I asked, so I don't know. I chose not to open it. couple of weeks ago, I saw that he actually viewed one of my stories, which you're welcome. My stories, which was a bouquet of roses. Wait, hold on. A couple weeks ago, I saw he actually viewed one of my stories, the bouquet of roses that I bought for my daughter, but I didn't write anything on that post. Okay. We're not friends on IG or Facebook, but I'm not blocked on Facebook. I saw there's people you may know and saw a girl there, and I don't know why, but I clicked on her page and it showed that she and Tim are friends. And she said she's in a relationship since March 24th, which is around the time when Tim was a little quiet around me. So do you... Okay, so you called them out on that. Okay, I'm following along. Keep posting. I Speak says, I forgot to share with you what I meal prepped last night. I made grilled blackened salmon with blackened sauteed peppers and garlic. Also made black Spanish beans and brown rice. Oh my gosh, that sounds so good. So I Speak, if you have any tips on how to make brown rice properly, I would love for you to send me some tips, because I use my rice maker and I don't know if I'm using the wrong water to rice ratio, because it's like if it's too much water, it's mushy. If it's not enough water, it's dry and not cooked all the way through. I'm struggling making brown rice. That does sound really good. I actually made last night fajitas, and we did like fajita bowls with chicken and peppers and onion in a cast iron, and then I made black beans from scratch, and those were really good. But for some reason I can figure out jasmine rice. I have mastered jasmine rice, but I cannot for some reason get brown rice to cook properly. I don't know what it is. Thank you, I Speak, because I need it. I need to know. I need to know the exact amount of rice to water ratio, or how to cook it, or what. So I asked him what we were, and he couldn't give me an exact answer. The girl's page said T with 2 hearts, but doesn't say she's in a relationship with Tim. But Tim's the only one with the T name that heart reacted to her picture. Oh, damn. Look at Sarifa doing investigative shit. You are a PI. Thanks, I Speak. Yeah, I make jasmine rice like a pro. Like, that shit is perfection, but something about brown rice is not. Okay, so now that I have all the deets, Sarifa, let me know what we're wanting to look into. Are you wanting to look into this relationship of his with this other person? Are you wanting to understand more, like, what's going on between you and him? It's so weird how she came up on people you may know, especially since you're not friends with Tim on Facebook. So it's like, how did they know to bring her up on your page? You know what I mean? That's kind of crazy. Does Tim's brother have a T name? Like, is Tim's brother like Tommy or something? Like Thomas? Or does he have a completely different name? Oh, okay. Okay, so you want to know what's going on between the two of them. All right, let's see. Can you give me an initial, like her initial, either first or last name? Oh, figured that out. All right, let's see. Spirit, can you give me some insight, guidance, and advice? What is going on between Tim and Rebecca, please? What's going on between Tim and Rebecca? They both have very basic names. I can't talk though, because my name is about to be the most basic name in the world. Once I get married, there's going to be about 70,000 people with the same name as me. What's going on between Rebecca and Tim, please? What's going on between Rebecca and Tim? What's going on between Rebecca and Tim? How does he feel for her? How does he feel for her? How does he feel for her? How does she feel for him? Okay. So, all right, Sarifa, that sounds good. So I am getting, this is crazy. I've never seen this many major arcanas like in a reading before. So I feel like this has to do with like a karmic situation. Maybe she's needs to break a cycle. You know how they say that like if you don't break a cycle, that you, even if you let go of one specific person, if you haven't broken that cycle, that another person will come in and manifest those same behaviors because you're still attracting that into your experience. So I feel like that's what she's doing. I feel like she has her own lessons to learn, and I do feel like he's a lesson for her. I don't feel like I feel like he's not good for her. I really don't think he's good for her. I feel like for her, she feels that she has to keep their relationship private or secret. I will say that there could be a sexual component to their relationship or whatever's going on between them, because we have the Page of Wands here. So the Page of Wands is making me feel like this is very young. It's a budding romance. If it's made it to that point, it's more of a attraction. I don't necessarily get from him that he has real feelings for her, at least not yet. I have the Death card, Temperance, and Justice, so I do feel like maybe he's looking for something different. I feel like he's getting what he deserves with this girl. What does he feel for her? What does he feel for her? I don't have very many romantic cards. There's nothing here really indicating feelings or anything like that. So yeah, at a baseline, I think there could be attraction. But I feel like if something is going on, he might be leading her on. We have the Sun, Death, Temperance, Justice, Emperor, the Hermit. These are all major arcana cards. So I feel like at a minimum, this is a learning lesson for her and maybe for him as well. I don't feel like he's really giving her his full self, to be honest. I think that she feels like she has to keep their relationship a secret or keep it hidden, and he doesn't give her much, but he allows her to think what she wants to think about their connection. So essentially, I feel like he kind of lies to her. Like, I feel like he beats around the bush. I feel like she's kind of like you, where she wants to define the connection, and he kind of really talks circles around this. And I feel like she feels like she can't really talk to people about it or say that they're in a relationship, which might indicate why she doesn't specifically say on her profile that she's in a relationship with him, or she doesn't actually put his name, maybe because he doesn't want to put a label on it. I see with the Emperor, he really likes to set himself up in connections where he gets something out of it. So for all we know, he could be using her. I have the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse. Lack of independence and stability, security, recklessness, and shadiness. What does she feel for him? I definitely think it's possible that she's going to be led on here when it comes to him. What are his feelings for her? All right, so his feelings for her, we have Five of Pentacles, and her feelings for him, Ace of Swords and Three of Swords. So I feel like this is just a repeating thing for her. Yeah, you're good, Sarifa. You can actually put my reading on fast. You can like do the fast speed, like the 2 times, and you'll be able to catch up to me quickly. Okay. So her feelings for him, we have the Ace of Swords and Three of Swords. So Ace of Swords meaning she thinks this is something new and different. Three of Swords meaning it's going to end the way that it always has because she has not learned a lesson. I feel like he is going through a time of maybe not having sufficient funding. Maybe he needs money, maybe he needs a place to stay, but I do feel like he's essentially using her right now. It's interesting. He's kind of narcissistic in a way here. Yeah, that's always good to do the fast forward. It makes it easier to get through the reading. So yeah, honestly, I feel like she thinks one thing. She thinks that they are, you know, some type of relationship, and he lets her believe it because it gets him what he wants in the meantime. But I don't think he's ever really put a title on it or anything like that. I think he just wants to see how far this can go with her.
Favorite house for me, or these just what favorite house?
Those are they just need you gotta spray them.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it does feel like that. So Sarifa, did you see you donated for a reading for you too? So it's easier to manipulate. Ugh, she's younger. She's 25, turning 26, and he's 33. That's rough. Honestly, like, if it were me, I mean, no, I can't say if it were me. That's happened to me before. I was in a relationship with someone, I figured out who they were, and I got out, and he got into a new relationship with someone more unsuspecting, and I tried to explain to her the type of person that he was, And I was like, you don't have to be in this relationship if you don't want to. I try to like be on her side and help her out. And she was like, thanks for talking to me, because like clearly she was unhappy in this connection, but she didn't listen to me. She wanted to figure it out on her own. They got really far, actually. They got married and they had kids, and now she's not with him anymore. But surprise, surprise, she should have listened to me. But yeah, so like I want to say if it were me, I'd be telling her, I'd be warning her, but at the same time, like, it's not going to do any good, because clearly she has to figure it out for herself. It's not even going to matter, and there's no sense in getting yourself involved in that mess. Plus, it would feed his ego too, because if he finds out, then he'll think that it's because you want him back. I saw he's been lurking on how many steps I've done this month. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Sarifa, is there a specific question regarding your connection that you'd like me to ask? Would you like me to ask what his intentions are with you? What he's feeling, thinking, or a little bit of everything? I haven't posted my Snapchat, and only when I do post, it's just the forest where I'm at. But in case he wants to lurk, he can assume. Yeah. Okay, so let's shuffle. Let's take a look at... That's good. I think, Sarifa, that's the best game plan, honestly. Because I truthfully feel like if he wanted to, he would, you know? That's the saying for a reason. But let's just do an energy check-in and see where we're at. I just want to have him assume I'm out so he can panic. All right, let's see. All right, so what are his feelings for Sarifa, please? What are his feelings for Sarifa? He feels like this is bad timing for you guys. He feels like your relationship is losing momentum. He feels like he has no power here. The moon is here as well, so he feels like there's a lot of secrets and things that you may be keeping from him that he doesn't know about. He's looking at you as a queen, you as someone independent. Like, I have the Queen of Pentacles here, so you're just kind of making your own life and living the life that you want. You're mature, you're high value. He feels like you've broken free of him. We have the Fool here. So he feels like he doesn't have any control or power over you anymore. This is stressing him out. I have the 10 of Wands. He doesn't feel like he has access to you the way he used to. He feels like limited. Like, that's the word I'm getting, is like limited access or limited availability when it comes to you. I don't think he's acknowledging that this is his own doing, but he does view you as very high value person. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress here. So this is like divine feminine, maternal, nurturing, goddess energy is how he's viewing you. What are his intentions? What are his intentions, please? Donations are open for those of you who are hanging around. Just wanted to throw that out there. What are his intentions for Sarifa? He feels you're someone of high standing. Bad management. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. He does not feel like anything's growing here between you guys, and I don't think he intends to try to rectify that. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse means that we've planted the seeds and either they're not growing or they've died. They're not getting proper watering or nutrition. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse makes me feel like he's not willing or he is unwilling to invest further effort or energy into this. The Seven of Pentacles in reverse indicates bad management or not finishing what you've started. So I feel like his intentions are to kind of leave this where it's at and not make any further attempt at this time to fix or resolve or grow here. I have transition, Six of Swords, and moving on. So he's just, maybe he feels like it's just more effort than he's willing to put forth. Maybe that's why he's, exploring options with other people. I would honestly just count it as a blessing, Sarifa, to be quite honest with you. I feel like this is just divine intervention. I feel like your guides and your spiritual team are here to say, like, we didn't want you to keep putting forth energy there into this because there's just so much better for you somewhere else. And it can kind of feel like a betrayal sometimes, like when your spiritual team intervenes and is like, I know what's better for you than you do. And it feels like frustrating because you think to yourself, like, I wanted to learn that lesson the hard way. Something very recently happened to me where someone kind of just broke off a friendship with me. And I just thought that was kind of crazy. There's a lot more going into it, but I don't want to put their personal business out there. But, I kind of just took that as, okay, that was what was supposed to happen because I was planning on having them be in my wedding. And if I can't count on them or they're unstable, that could have been worse later on. That could have ruined my wedding. So it's just an example that sometimes we're blocked and it's a blessing and we're not necessarily supposed to know how or why these things are happening, but just know that maybe it's a little hiccup now and it's disappointing now, but it's better than being completely heartbroken or it ruining something else in the future, which is how I have to try to look at it. So my advice that I have here, Sarifa, is to just kind of let that whole thing fizzle, because I don't think he has many intentions or any intentions at all to come back around, at least right now. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but I think to myself, well, would I have rather this happened or would I rather my wedding get ruined? Would I have rather this happen now in the privacy, or would I rather just been like a whole big blow up and disappointment and been like this horrible memory on my wedding day, for the rest of my life? So I'm glad that it happened the way that it did, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't suck. It doesn't mean that it's how you wanted it to go. Yeah, but sometimes you have to think in your mind, like, okay, sometimes I don't know what's best for me. I've always thought about God as my parent. We tell little kids, you need to do this. or you need to not do that because we know what's best, because we know if you go do this thing, you're going to get hurt. Or if we know if you don't eat this vegetable, then you're not going to get the proper nutrition. So we as parents sometimes have to tell our kids to do things that they don't necessarily want to do. They have a whole plan for themselves, but we can see the bigger picture because we're their parent. So I view God as like the parent that maybe it's not how I would personally choose it to go, but maybe they do know better for me. And so that's when your spiritual team comes in and tries to help clear out the situation that you might not otherwise clear out yourself. He'd be the same disappointment. Yeah. It's definitely good that you're seeing that for sure. You've got a good head on your shoulders, Sarifa, and something better is bound to come along for you. Thank you, Sarifa, for the donations. So for those of you who are hanging out, donations are open. We're almost at an hour. So what I might end up doing if no other donations come in is just end this broadcast and then come back maybe a little bit later tonight and see if there's anyone else that wants readings. This being a snapshot of current energies helps me maneuver what I can control, which is myself. Exactly. You've got it. That's perfectly said. That's exactly what the takeaway is here. And I love that you get that. Elisa, hello and welcome back. Girl, I owe you a reading, hun. Did you want to redeem your mini reading right now? Yeah, you didn't get your reading with me. I think it was on Wednesday. I don't think we redeemed that, right? Perfect. Okay, so go ahead with your question. All right. Well, F and I rekindle our romance. Both gems. Okay. All right, let's see. Will Elisa and F rekindle their romance? Show me a yes or a no. Okay, so I know this is kind of like a shitty situation, but I just feel like honestly, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It does sound kind of like a douche thing to say. I specifically asked, will you guys rekindle? And I'm getting that this current trajectory is showing me a no. We have the moon here, which indicates kind of holding back and keeping things underneath the surface. It's also a no card for me when we're asking yes or no. I see you having hope with the star here, but him feeling more like friendship vibes. I almost feel like it's a manipulation tactic. I have to be clear. His intentions here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Cups is very like, he throws a tantrum when things don't go his way. It's kind of whiny. I see here with the Nine of Pentacles is that he's just upset that things didn't happen the way that he thought that they were going to happen. And I do want to throw out that that's a little bit immature, especially your reasoning. You shouldn't even have to have a reason. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Like, you shouldn't have to have a reason for not doing something like that. It should simply be a no. It should simply be like a no. If you don't want to, you shouldn't have to have a reason. I'm a little bit thrown off at his demeanor towards this, and I think, yeah, I think this is crazy. Did you need clarity on anything in particular with that question? Like, is there anything else that you wanted me to ask or look into regarding you and him? Yeah, it almost feels like a manipulation tactic a little bit. It's like he's pouting or throwing a tantrum that something didn't go his way. Yeah, and just to be clear, you do not need to give a reason to say no to something like that. You know, if you don't want it, you don't want it. It doesn't have to be because you're sick or any other reason for that matter. And for him to react this way, let's be clear, no man would react that way. I do feel like there is a level of immaturity here in his reaction, but it is showing that let's see. Yes, let's see. Does he still like Elisa? Show me a yes or a no. Does he still like Elisa? Does he find her attractive? Okay, he does find you attractive, but he's ending this connection. I have yes for attraction, the sun, but as far as does he like you, I'm getting a no. 10 of Swords, backstabbing, betrayal, bitterness, dead end, saying goodbye, severing ties. I don't feel like he wants to further this. As I was saying to Sarifa before you came in, I was saying that sometimes we get blocked. People block us or we block people. And it's supposed to be a blessing for us that happens. So I feel like it's very possible that your spiritual team has just come in to block you from being any further involved with him. And I think that's honestly asinine. I do agree with you. That is crazy that he would spend that much time talking to you and getting to know you, and over one thing, this is making him react this way. But I feel like consider it a blessing. Consider it you're seeing his true colors right now. And consider that even though you feel like you spent a lot of time getting to know him, maybe Spirit just didn't want you to waste any more time. Maybe they felt 5 months was a long time already for you to have invested in this connection, for this person to just react this way. And I can understand wanting it to be special. Maybe he feels like you're just gonna be a tease, is kind of how his words are. I'm not trying to like be mean or anything. I'm just saying, like, I feel like for him, apparently being with you or being intimate is important to him, in so much importance that maybe he feels like he's just going to keep getting led on. I don't know what his reasons are, but regardless, to be frank, they're not good enough. They're not good enough reasons. No man worth anything would do this, and I just feel like it's important that you see his true colors now before you got involved with him in that way. Before you had a sacred energy exchange with him. Yeah. I just feel like sometimes people can be real D-bags, and there's not really much to further explain. I mean, clearly he thought he was going to get something that he didn't get. Hey, Katie. And maybe he just was being a bit pouty about it. Maybe he's looking for someone who won't talk to him for 5 months without giving it up. I'm not sure. Maybe he just felt like he's getting bored. But I think it's important that you really take this as a red flag. Really pay attention to that and pay attention to the way that he's reacting right now for something like this. Because if you were to try to pursue something and he were to change his mind, you might deal with a lot of the similar behavior with him moving forward. And that's not fair to you to have to do that. Absolutely, Elisa. That's what I'm here for. I know. It hurts. And it sucks. And it's a shitty situation. And no one should have to go through it. Elisa, you're so welcome, hon. Anytime. Absolutely. That's what I'm here for. This is what makes me enjoy my job, is being able to talk to you guys about these things and try, hopefully, to give you greater perspective. Of course. You have a great night, okay? I am not. I'm taking a break from the kitchen tonight, but we do have leftovers. So last night I made fajita bowls, but I think tonight I'm going to make fajitas with what's left over. So I'm going to heat those up and get out some tortillas and do like a side of rice and beans or something. Maybe change it up a little bit because I don't want to waste the leftovers. It's like the one thing that I hate is wasting food. It's like such a pet peeve of mine. Yummy in my tummy. Yeah. And then, I don't know, I'll probably have like a yogurt or something for dessert. I do have a sweet tooth, but it's weird. It's like subliminal. It's like only if I know I have dessert to eat do I crave sweets, but as long as they're not in my house, then it's like out of sight, out of mind. But I do have yogurt that I think I might pop in the freezer and eat that like an ice cream before bed. Maybe. I don't know. Katie, yes. If you look at this screen and if you look in the chat, I was asking you, are we doing a 10 card for you? I was telling you that I did get the donation. I just wanted to know if we're doing 2 mini readings or 1 10 card. What about you, I Speak? Are you doing anything good for dinner? Perfect, Katie. You can go ahead and post your question. That's how I feel I speak. I definitely agree with you on that. So I've basically just been trying to eat clean using whole ingredients. The main thing is that for my body type in particular, I do know I have to work out. That's like the main thing. I have to make sure that I'm putting in efforts. If I consistently work out like 4 or 5 days a week for like 30 minutes, the weight will just come right off and go to the right places. But if I do not do that, proper diet alone will not get me to look how I want. So I just have to get more dedicated with it. Katie, I got it. You said 10 card. I'm ready for you to post your question whenever you are. Comments are being deleted? What the heck? Wait, why are the comments being deleted? That's so crazy. I think I'm not losing weight because I work from home and sit all day. I work out 30 minutes a day and no results after 2 weeks. Yeah, it's probably from being sedentary. I'm the same way. I think also I am on a better schedule now. I'm shuffling for you, Katie. But sleep is like a big thing for me, getting consistent sleep, going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, because my circadian rhythm gets really off. I don't know. I'm not monitoring the chat or anything as far as like moderating and deleting and all that stuff. I'm just here just watching. I'm just watching the chat. So that's very weird. And I am sorry if your questions or comments are being deleted. That is not me. I don't know what's happening. That's so crazy. Maybe it is really YouTube glitch. Okay, well, Katie, I have your question. Just want to know what will happen between Jordan and me after the month of June. Are we going our separate ways? We're just hanging out during June and then that's it. Okay. Let's see. Hey, Vetus, how are you? Hopefully you're doing good. No glitch after you spoke the truth. So weird. What the heck? What will happen, Spirit? What will happen between Katie and Jordan after the month of June? What will happen between Katie and Jordan after the month of June? So yeah, you guys have a hard time really letting each other go. And I think that is like the main thing is that Katie, I'm almost getting, well, let me backtrack a little bit. I feel like you're way more mature than he is, Katie. And I feel like that plays a factor here. I think that you both struggle letting one another go. And if I'm understanding and interpreting this reading correctly, James, yes, donations are open. I'll catch up with the chat in just a second, guys. I just want to get through this reading really quickly. But you guys have a hard time letting each other go. And kind of what Spirit's showing me is like this relationship expired already. Like your relationship expired a long time ago. But because of your will and attachment to one another and the difficulty it is letting one another go, it's almost like you're prolonging the the heartbreak, or you're prolonging the disappointment here. So Spirit is saying like this should have ended a while ago, but they keep holding on to each other. So I think that they're having a hard time as well, kind of seeing what's to come from this. I have the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords means kind of like we need to take time on our own. Let me see. Can I get clarity on the Four of Swords when it comes to their relationship, death, and moving on? We have the Death and the Chariot card here. So to be honest, Katie, it's hazy. It's a little blurred. I can't predict the future entirely, but kind of what I'm being shown is more of the same. I mean, you could keep going through these little spurts where you guys are doing really good, but that won't last. Then you guys are going to go back into hermit mode. Then you're going to, it's like the cycle keeps repeating over and over. I think ideally. Thank you, James. I'll add you to the list. You'll be next, okay? I think ideally, you guys would be better off just severing ties. I have the Ten of Swords here talking about dead ends and goodbyes and needing to move forward, or maybe situation hitting a wall and not feeling like it's not really getting where you want. And I think that it's important that you realize that like it's not getting to the point that you want it to because it's not supposed to. And I think, or I'm feeling, I guess, that this ended a long time ago, really. But you guys have this attachment to one another. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm getting, Katie, is that that's the intention. Like, that's what needs to happen. But like I said, you guys hold on to each other so tightly. But do I think that things are going to get astronomically better? Do I think you guys will completely do a 180 and you guys will be in a committed relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, heading towards the wedding bells and things like that? I'm not getting that. I'm getting more so like you guys are just going to keep repeating the same cycles over and over and over until you can find a way to let each other go and go your separate ways. Because I don't think that this relationship currently has the potential to manifest into something greater than it currently is. But that doesn't mean that like 3 years from now, after you guys dated other people and did your own thing, that you guys couldn't come back together. But this version of you and this version of him have expired as far as a relationship is concerned. It's the way that you are now and the way that he is now. It's like nothing greater can come of this than what already has happened. And you're going to find yourself very much stuck in the same loop or the same cycle. And I think that if you guys had any hope for the future, if there was any potential at all at some point down the line, you would need to cut ties sooner than later. Exactly. So that you could come back together, So like if there's any hope for that, it's not going to be within the current versions of yourselves. You will have to let one another go officially for maybe that possibility. It seems like you guys would have to make those changes, as hard as it may be. And then, and only then, would we be able to tap into the energy and see if maybe there's potential or hope. But kind of how Spirit showed me was, I don't know why, but they showed me like a container in the fridge with an expiration date. And they're like, this expired a long time ago, girl. This expired like last fall or something. Like, basically it's something that you've had in the fridge for a very long time and it's well past its expiration date, but you keep thinking that, oh, it's still good, I can still use it. but they're like, no, you should have thrown that away. Like, you need to go out and get a new one that's not expired yet, but you keep holding on to this thing in your fridge, you know. That's kind of like the metaphor they're showing me. It's hard because there are feelings there, because you're attached to this person, you know. Feelings are very hard to let go of, and when you've believed for so long that something is meant to be, that you couldn't possibly feel this way that you feel for this person for no reason, and you know, you keep trying and trying, and you keep putting so much effort into something, and throughout all that time those feelings are growing, and then you realize how much time you've put into it, so then you're like, I don't want to waste what I have done. You know, like, I don't want it to be for nothing. And it's just hard. It's hard because there are feelings there, because you have hoped and you've wanted and you've dreamt of the potential. And, you know, when there's a connection, and it's hard. Unfortunately, we don't always get what it is we want, because the other equation to that is what they want. And if they're not on the same page as you, then it's not going to be how you imagined it. And it seems as though you might not be on the same page. So, Katie, I'm going to leave you with that. And thank you for the donation. And I hope that that brings some type of clarity to you or benefit to you in some way. Okay, James, that sounds great. So let me scroll back really quickly. So Vita says, I've had a few rough days. Vitas, I am sorry to hear that. Vitas, are you experiencing like, is this like just has to do with like your health, or does this have to do with like just not having some great days energy wise? I'm going to start working 40, 45 instead of 30. See if that helps. I gain 50 from eating too many cheat meals in a week. I page on myself, my body. For sure, I speak. And also like listen to your body too, because there are certain times of the month you're supposed to be pushing harder than other times of the month. And if you push yourself too hard during your luteal and menstrual phase, it can actually have the adverse effect where you actually gain weight, because you're pushing yourself too hard during a time that you should be taking it a little bit easier and doing like light stretches. So I definitely recommend looking into infradian cycles, because there's certain times of the month you should be doing high intense interval workouts, and then others you should be doing like more light stretches and things like that. So just be careful too that you're not pushing yourself too hard at certain times of the month. That wouldn't be good for you. Katie, that's what I would say. The best outcome would be for you guys to let go of one another and go through your own development, and then see if maybe the new versions of yourselves are compatible. That's what I would say. Vitas, that makes me really sad to hear. Do things look like they're looking up at all, or does it seem like it's more of the same? If you don't want to post your privacy information in the chat, you don't have to, but you can always email me, you know. Okay. So James, You're welcome, Katie. James, I'm shuffling for you now. He wants a snack already. I love when you say that to him. Are you freaking nuts?
Yeah, it's way too early. No, man.
Is the new food in their bowl? Is the new food in there?
Yeah.
So they don't have any of the food that they don't like mixed in?
It might be a little bit mixed as well.
Okay. He acts like he's starving.
So I feel like I walked away from him and fastly probably cleaned out.
That's true.
And he goes back to get more, and then that's too late.
Do you love reading Patty J and James? Love reading Patty J and James. His feelings, her feelings, his intentions, her intentions, energy around the relationship, and underlying energy, please. Patty J and James. His feelings, her feelings, his intentions, her intentions, energy around the relationship, and underlying energy. What is going on? Nine of Wands. What is this? Clarify, please. Clarify. I heard now that things are getting real, now that things are getting serious, she is getting cold feet. I mean, and not getting serious, but like getting real, I guess. So she's not backing out or backing down. I'm not getting that. So I want to be clear. I'm not getting like she's gonna completely like reverse her behavior towards you or anything. I feel like things are still building that momentum. But as far as her feelings go, with the Nine of Wands placement, it is making me feel like she's nervous, that she's got her guard up a little bit. I think that things are just getting very real for her, but she's going to come across, or she's trying to come across very confident. How's she feeling towards him? How's she feeling towards him? She feels like you give her a lot of peace. How does she feel towards him? That your positivity and excitement are contagious. She's excited to reconnect. What are his feelings towards her? I see you can also be nervous as well, but you're coming through as a mature, grounded person. You are coming through stable and secure and unwavering in your feelings for her. She feels like she can lean on you, depend on you. Your intentions are to see success here, James. I have the world. So you're ready for this chapter to come to an end so you can start something new. You can start a new life with her. The world shows success and accomplishment and finally reaching that destination. So you've probably been thinking in your mind, like, when are we going to get to that point where I can say we did it, we made it, we got here? And that's kind of what you're looking forward to. You're wanting to be in that place. You want to have a sense of belonging and wholeness and reaching that goal with her. She is feeling a spark here with you. Her intentions are to, it seems to be her intentions are to follow through. I think she's gaining clarity when it comes to the connection, and she also wants to see it succeed. She feels generally good, despite like the nerves that she might have. I also feel like she's excited to communicate with you more. Her mental position is to find out how else and in other ways you guys are compatible, get to know one another on a deeper level, take things to the next level is something she's mentioning or she's interested in. She feels very good in your company, very calm in your company. So yeah, I think it's just general nerves, but I think that you make her feel good. So she wants to have clear, open, and honest communication with you now. And I can see with that's her intentions, and with your intentions are to basically say, yes, I have something to prove for all this time waiting. For the energy around the relationship, I have the Queen of Wands, which indicates an attractive magnetic quality surrounding your relationship. Both of you really liking one another, feeling kind, loyal, and generous to one another. And the Queen of Wands is someone who gains the attention of others. And so I feel like if that's the energy around the relationship, it means that you both have captured the attention of the other, to one another. So she very much has your attention. You very much have captivated her attention. And it's a very like flirty, fun energy around the connection. Underlying energy, I have the Devil. So the Devil talks about sensuality, sexuality as well. So there could be like a lot of desire to get close to each other or more physically intimate. It's also important that we let go of negative thinking. We just come into the connection being positive because underneath it all, you guys could be thinking, what could go wrong? Is this going to work out between the two of us? Is this going to go well? And so this card encourages you to let go of that negativity that you might be feeling. It looks like too with the Devil, you guys are very much attached to one another. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, that's pretty much what I've got, James. So hopefully you enjoyed that reading and hopefully it resonates for you. I'm going to go ahead and move on to your mini reading. For those of you who are just now joining us, I wanted to remind you that donations are open. Whoever donates, you will be next. We are finishing up James's reading, working on the mini question. Had a great telephone conversation with Patty. That's awesome. That makes me happy, James. I'm happy for you. Had a great telephone conversation with Patty yesterday. Made plans to get together this week. All right. I really hope you guys do get together. All right. James and Patty J. Have you lost your mind? I'll help you find it.
You trying to say Jesus? Hmm?
James and Patty J. James and Patty J. How will these plans go this week between James and Patty J? How will these plans go? So kind of like showing as like an extension, like an olive branch, and usually you give olive branches to people when you're trying to come to a common ground with them. You're trying to get over maybe a period of being on a different page or having a disagreement, and it's kind of like you're waving the white flag. You're saying, you know, like, I want things to be better. I want things to be better. And not to say you guys have been at odds with each other, but I am seeing like a extension of an olive branch between your connection of like, I would like things to have a different outcome. I want things to change. And so I feel like you both come into this with like a lot of peace in your heart to want things to be better. Maybe in the past you guys haven't always been on the same page. Maybe you haven't seen eye to eye, and that's why this is coming through, is that you guys are more along wanting the same things or having the same goals. I see with the Knight of Cups here indicates a date. So I'm not sure if you would define it or classify it as a date when you guys get together, if you would just say, oh, we're just hanging out, or whatever it may be. But the Knight of Cups indicates that there is a romantic aspect to the get together that you guys are having. This is taking action, following your heart, feeling attraction. The Knight of Cups often indicates dates or showing affection to someone else. So this could be like physical affections. Let's see. So I do feel like there's going to be a level, or like I said, aspect of romance to this get together. This isn't just two friends hanging out. Even if you're not classifying it as a date, it does give the date type of energy or date type of feeling. I feel like you both are looking to start off new. For some reason with the Ace of Pentacles, I'm seeing it as like a coin toss. You know how they flip a coin, heads or tails? I don't know why, but I'm being shown like a heads or tails. So I don't know if that means that you feel like you're gonna take her lead that day and see how it goes, or if it could go either way. I'm not really sure why I'm picking that up. Let me see if I can get confirmation here. But I'm seeing a coin toss. I see you guys taking the time to invest in one another, get to know one another. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, which means that maybe there's still going to be some patience required after the get together this week. maybe it's not going to be everything you would have dreamed and more. This is going to take some time to build, and it's still going to require some more patience from you, but I do hope that it makes you feel like things are at a turning point. Why am I getting this coin toss? We have the Hierophant. I feel like it's just like you guys are taking you're taking her lead, she's taking your lead, and then you guys will just meet in the middle to see what works best for the both of you. We have Justice here indicating being fair and honest with one another. So again, she's mentioning wanting clear, honest communication with you, direct communication, and that's coming through again. Any other details about how this is going to go? So I have the Chariot and it says this way or that way. So I feel like maybe just maybe you'll still feel like there's more grounding, I guess, that needs to happen within the connection. We can't expect everything to be solved with one get together, but I feel like overall you're going to enjoy your time together. So James, let me know if you have any questions about that specifically. Something that I'm being shown is that if things don't go exactly how you want it, like say she shows up an hour late, or say you get a flat tire, or if something happens that doesn't go exactly as you planned it or imagine it in your mind, try not to let that get you down. That's what they're showing me. Just kind of go with the flow, be more in flow that day, where anything that happens, as long as you guys get to spend time together, because that's what you've wanted. So don't let small hiccups get you down if something like that were to happen, or if it didn't go exactly how you had in mind. We definitely just want to be in flow, in flux that day. Okay, so James, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for the donation. I'm going to go ahead and put on the screen that donations are open and you will be next. But we'll give it a few minutes. If I don't hear from anyone, I'm going to go ahead and just end this broadcast, and maybe you guys will see me maybe later tonight. We'll see. So I'm just going to give that a few minutes. Thank you. I feel so much more at peace and confident this will blossom in a beautiful relationship. I think when we can get together, she'll say how better off our lives will be together. That's so sweet. I hope so. Please come back after you guys get together and let us know how it went. Let us know how you're feeling about it all. Beautiful love. Thank you for the donation. Let me pull it up really quickly. Beautiful love. How can I... Oh, we got a couple donations. Hold on. Beautiful love, did you donate from a new account? I definitely will keep you posted. Thanks again. You're welcome, James. Hey, Jazz, how was your birthday? My birthday was really great. We did so much that day. I slept in, got ready. Brennan ended up getting off work early. So beautiful love, we're just doing a yes, no for you. Is that correct? And then since I was surprised that he got off work early, we went thrifting because I said I really wanted to do that. So we went to 3 different thrift stores and got some stuff for our wedding, and then went out to dinner. And on the way home, I stopped by and saw my friend, and she was the last one on my list to ask to be a bridesmaid. So she said yes, thankfully. So we did that and then we came home. So it was a really long, full, busy day, but it was beautiful. It was like perfect weather. And also we stopped for dessert too. I forgot to mention that. There's a local, like kind of like a food truck setup, but it's for desserts, and we went there and got some. So it was great. Thank you for asking. All right, so beautiful love. It looks like the BOGO hasn't come through yet. So give me 1 second. Yeah, it looks like the only thing that's come through is the yes, no. So maybe it's just gonna take a second. Beautiful love, you can always donate all at once rather than like separate transactions per question. You can always just do one lump sum if that's easier for you. I'm not sure which one's easier, but just so you know. So we're going to do the yes, no for beautiful love. Jasmine, I just got your donation as well. Thank you. You will be after beautiful love. All right, so beautiful love, it came through. I have everything for you. I've got a yes, no for beautiful love and BOGO. And then I have Jasmine for a mini reading. Beautiful love, I am shuffling for you right now to do your yes, no. And whenever you're ready, you can post for your BOGO questions. Beautiful love, do you mean when you ask this question that I have on the screen, do you mean in a romantic sense, or do you mean as like a roommate? Like, are you asking if he's gonna find someone else to live with, or do you mean like in a romantic sense? You're welcome, Jazz. For anyone waiting for their turn, if you don't plan on hanging around or you think you'll be in and out of the chat, you're more than welcome to leave your question with me. And I'll call on you when it's your turn. If it's not your turn, we'll do a timestamp. In a romantic sense. Okay. Got it. Is hubby looking for someone to replace beautiful love in a romantic sense? Please show me a yes or a no. Please show me a yes or a no for beautiful love. I'm hearing he's currently not looking, no. I have the 7 of Cups, so he could be thinking about what's next or what's to come, but I'm not getting that he's officially found someone. The only thing that he might be looking for is someone to make him feel good or make him feel better or feed his ego. So he might be open to the idea of chatting it up with someone, but not with the intentions of making a relationship out of it, just for making himself feel better. But as far as I'm seeing right now, he has no intentions of doing that. he hasn't found anyone. He hasn't started to do that. There's no one really that I'm picking up on his radar right now. So I hope that answers your question. I am ready for your BOGOs whenever you are. All right, so BOGO, what do you see him doing during our separation? Let's take a look. Okay, coming months. Spirit, what do we see him doing during the separation? Look at the smushy guy. He's not doing the arm thing though, but he is doing the face smush. And that's my favorite. Oh, look at, oh, are you kidding me? He heard me. He knows he's cute. My cat knows he's cute. He knows it. I was just commenting how cute he looks when he sleeps, but there's a particular position that he lays in that I think is just so adorable. And I was like, he's so cute, but at least he's not doing the smushy thing that I'm obsessed with. He heard me because as soon as I said that, he immediately started doing it. Okay, so first things first, beautiful love, he feels very out of sorts. He feels out of his depths even. So this is a chaotic energy, and I feel like he's just trying to put out the fires. He feels very powerless at this time, and he's not exactly sure what to do or how to go about it. I think that you've left him a bit in a lurch. You know, like, I'm not sure the type of person that you were, but I don't know if you like got him food often, or if we brought him takeout, or if you cooked for him, or did his laundry, or kept the house tidy, or what it is your role was in supporting him or helping his life be better and more quality type of living and lifestyle. But he is realizing very quickly what it's like not having you there. And I feel like he is, first and foremost, that what he'll be doing is trying to put out little fires, little disasters. I have the tower here, which talks about sudden upheaval or unexpected change. And I feel like for him, he's having to kind of readjust to a life without your help. And I feel like that is one of the things he'll be working on. So let's see, what else will he be doing during the separation? So he's feeling that he's feeling temporary financial hardship. I'm not sure if it's temporary because he feels like this is going to be short term, or if maybe he feels like he needs to figure things out, but he is feeling a little bit of pressure when it comes to his finances. I would say for a while he did feel like he was kind of sitting pretty, that he was, now he feels the pressure, right? Now he feels a little bit of the stress here. So he keeps coming through as like a victim mindset, that he's having hardship or bad luck or struggling. I'm still not sure to what extent you're willing to still help him or support him, but he is feeling like he suddenly needs to figure this out. I'm not seeing that he's looking for a job right now, but let's see. Let's see in the coming months, what do we see him doing? Let's see if this pushes him to finding a job. He is feeling restricted. He is feeling backed in a corner, like his hands are tied. Like I said, he has a victim mentality, and I'm specifically being shown feeling victimized. I think he's experiencing a lot of anxiety and helplessness. Like I said, he's feeling powerless. He feels like you're doing this to punish him. I don't think he's quite grasping that this is more like a wake-up call, and more like I need your help, and more like I need your support, and more like this needs to be an equal partnership. I think he's more so just thinking that you're doing it to hurt him or punish him in some way. So I don't think he's fully grasped just yet the reason as to why you're doing what you're doing. Okay, so he will at some point be figuring out how to make things better. Okay, so I see him kind of going into a hermited mode. I'm not saying I'm getting a hermit card, but the Four of Swords means that eventually he does regroup. At some point in the coming weeks, he does regroup. He does say, okay, it's time to stop feeling pity for yourself. It's time to start thinking about how to manage the situation. Let's regroup. Let's figure out how to work through this process. So for a while, he goes through this like almost like stages of grief. Like he goes through this denial, and then he goes through like his anger. I think he's kind of in that place where he's frustrated right now, where he's like scrambling to figure out, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? I think at some point he does get to a place of acceptance, and then he thinks to himself, hey, Jennifer, like what am I going to do now? No, logically, realistically, what is the plan? He does feel that way of you. I am still taking donations, Jennifer. Yes. So one thing they're showing me, beautiful love, is that he might try to get back with you or change your mind. Now again, keep in mind, this might be a manipulation tactic, so take it for what it is and respond to it however you will. But they are showing me that he might come to you in a very charming, charismatic way, loving, affectionate, doting. He may even try to get sexual with you in a way to break down your walls and your barriers, because he's trying to get back to this stable 10 of cups type of lifestyle. So he might do what he can to try to sway you to come home, or sway you into helping him out. Now, does he really mean this? I don't know. I'm just getting a message that he might try to put on the charm when he feels a bit desperate, or he feels like he's not sure how he's going to get through this. So he might start acknowledging you more, making you feel more recognized and appreciated. Is this short-lived? Maybe. I don't know. But they're showing that one of his he'll be working his way closer to you, it seems. He'll at least try one more time to see what he can do to get you to come back. Yeah. Wow, Jennifer. Is that good though? Is that good? Is that what you want? Is he going to get a job? Okay, so he is going to start job hunting. I personally feel like the qualification for you to come back around is for him to have a guaranteed job and to have held it down for a while before you entertain coming home. I feel like he will get to a point where he's looking. He is applying even, but I don't know if he's necessarily going to have a job locked down by the time that he comes around to be very charming towards you. Let's see. I do see that he might be social as well. Like he might still be hanging around with the same friends every once in a while. Most of these cards indicate him on his own by himself, not with other people. Um, I don't know if you guys have pets or not. That's kind of indicated in multiple pictures here. So like if you have a dog or a cat or something, um, he might be just spending time with them only. But I'm mostly getting in general that he's spending time alone. So he's not really socializing too much. Maybe a couple times a week he'll be spending time with friends. Yeah, I definitely. So I got knocked out. Sorry. I was saying I definitely agree with your decision, beautiful love. What is your second question for the BOGO? Jennifer, thank you for the donation. I'll add you to the list, okay? I was sad, but I feel I made the right decision. Well, that's good overall. I'm sorry that it was a bit sad to you, but I'm excited for your new plan or new chapter that you'll be starting. All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, I'm not picking up that he is doing that, beautiful love. And I would tell you, if I was feeling that, I would be honest with you about it, and I'm not getting that. That's not to say that next time I do this, it might not happen, but as far as I can sense right now, that's not the case. If you are new to my channel today, make sure you say hello and claim your free reading with me. Thank you for subscribing, and also make sure you stay subscribed for a chance of more free readings. I do free readings every live stream, so it's always good to be a sub of mine, especially since you see me like 5 days a week. So I'm here often. I'm not one of those readers that just disappear for months and months. I have in the past, but not recently. Anything from Spirit's beautiful love needs to know when it comes to the connection, please. Okay, so they're kind of showing like a pat on the back or like an applaud for what you've done so far. You've removed yourself from the equation and you're letting him spiral on his own, and you're not there to be his safety net and catch him as he falls, and that's important. Spirit says that the biggest thing is that you were a part of, like, it's not because of you. Look, I want to be very clear. They're not directing blame, but they're saying that his growth is stunted, And by you being constantly a present there that supports him, and he knows he's safe if he falls, you're there to help him. It does not promote his discomfort. It does not promote his growth. And if you were to enable him further, that would continually stunt him. So they're saying applause for what you've done. They think that this is a good decision. Okay, beautiful love. They feel like this is a good decision that you made specifically for him, not even associating you about this, but like for him, they're showing he wasn't going to grow. He wasn't going to change. If he was going to continue to be coddled and handled in that way, in that manner, he was not going to get out of his comfort zone. Now, they are showing me that he could change for the better or change for the worse, but this is a journey for him that it's important you don't subject yourself to. He could fall into old habits where he goes and makes money in maybe not the most above board type of way. He could fall into old habits while he struggles through this. But this is not your fault. You are not to blame. They want to be very clear that you understand that the journey that he is on is not your responsibility. That they are like, applaud for her, pat on the back, like just know I'm giving her my applause because she made this decision that I know was not hard for her. That she so they're showing me that he is going to probably try to guilt trip you, that he might say things like, you're punishing me, you abandoned me, you left me on my own, and your savior mindset is going to want to rush in and make him not feel bad, make him not feel abandoned. But the thing is that you have to put yourself first, is what they're showing me, because you were abandoned first. And it's important that you realize that it's not your job to make him feel better. He should have made you feel better. Therefore, you would have never been in this position in the first place. So they're saying that it's important that you stand your ground. Don't fall into these old tricks, these old habits, things like that. Right. So he's basically trying to play on your guilt for him. He will do whatever it is that he can. They're showing me actually limiting your conversation with him is important. Yeah, so they think for you to protect your own sanity and for you to protect your own mindset, that you limit your exposure to him, limit your conversation to him as much as possible. Granted, you are still married, you are still technically in a relationship, but you are in separation, and this separation is here for a reason. So they're saying to be strong throughout this process. Do not resist change. Allow new things to come in for you. Continue every day reminding yourself why you did this, because I feel like it's going to be very easy for you to just want to fall back into old habits. Spirit saying stay strong. Wow, that's crazy everything you just said. Yeah, he said all that the last time we spoke, and he will. This is the mindset they're showing me. He will be in this way. He will try to get to you. And even still, when he realizes that he's not getting to you the way that he wants to, he might try to put the charm on even more, be more schmoozy, charming, maybe even sexually forward, trying to show you different aspects of himself. But keep in mind, why would he show you these parts of himself? What would be the reason? Because he had everything that he could have wanted before and wasn't this way with you. So now clearly he's trying to get something out of it. So Spirit saying, keep in mind that, keep your good head on your shoulders. And also know that if he goes too long without getting what it is that he wants, that he may eventually start resenting you or being upset with you. But no matter what his reactions are, no matter how he acts towards you, or what it is that's happening, you cannot change your stance. You cannot go back. You cannot retreat, because then it's going to be even worse when you go back, because he's going to know the hold that he has. He needs you to stay strong, and you need you to stay strong. We don't talk anymore. His phone died. There's no more contact. He probably has a new number. I can't contact him. It will only be him because my number is the same. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, does he know where you are? Like, does he know where you're staying or anything like that? Okay. So I'm kind of hearing something like only in the discomfort. It's kind of like they're repeating the messages, so maybe that's where the message ends. But they're saying like only in his discomfort is where he's going to change. And only in the uncomfortable is where he's going to grow. He needs to be put under like the light. He needs to be put, I don't know, on the fire. Like he needs some type of wake up call, and I feel like this is serving that purpose, but it's only going to continue to be beneficial for both of you the longer you're able to hold out, the longer you're able to stay away. Oh, I see. Do you think that you'll find a different place to stay soon, or do you think you're eventually going to tell them what's going on? Yeah, I hope so too. Oh, beautiful love. This is tough, but you're strong. You can do it. I'm just gonna tell them there's been some argument and we're just getting our own space at the moment. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go into detail with them either. That's the thing, like, there's no need to have to do all that, you know? Oh, beautiful love. You gotta take care of yourself. All right, so Jazz, what's the purpose behind Nay telling me about another girl flirting with her? What was the purpose behind Nay telling me another girl flirting with her? Beautiful love, did you say you were gonna donate again? What was the purpose? So Jazz, Nate is in a planning stage right now. She's trying to figure out which way to go or which direction to take. That sounds good, beautiful love. I'll add you back to the list. She's trying to make a decision on how she's going to move forward. She's trying to see if you're affected by this conversation, if it bothers you or affects you in some way, if someone's flirting with her, because she's trying to determine how she want to move forward. So Ajaz, for example, if you guys are not in a relationship, she might be thinking to herself, well, I don't want to wait around much longer. I don't want to wait for her to make a move. da 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 da. So I'm gonna let her know that other people want me. I'm gonna let her know that other people want me, and that will let me know if she really cares or if she's really invested or she's interested. It's something to do with the way that she needs to move forward. So she's trying to get some type of reaction or rise out of you so that she knows what it is here. I'm not gonna lie, it pissed me off. Her and I are not together, but it's strong chemistry. So she's trying to get some type of rise out of you. This was an intentional thing. This was a reaction. Is this the truth? Was she being honest? Was she being honest? Was she being honest? I'm getting that there was someone that was flirting with her, but it was never to the extent that she made it out to be. This was a half truth. There was someone flirting. Don't get me wrong. There was someone flirting, but she may have made it seem like a bigger deal to you than it actually was because, like I said, she was trying to incite or invoke some type of reaction out of you, which is why she said what she said. She's planning, she's trying to discern what your feelings are because maybe she feels you're a bit locked up, or I don't know what this is. She did to get a rise out of me. Yes, she did. I told her, don't get the other girl beat up. Yeah, so she's trying to decide and determine like what the plan is with you moving forward. Yeah, she's trying to get a rise out of you. So if you guys aren't together, maybe she's looking for that next step. Maybe she's looking for commitment. I have the 10 of Cups and the Hierophant. So she wants you to be upset about this or jealous about this, it seems, to maybe hopefully inspire you to take some type of defined action towards her. But she's trying to decide, do I keep holding out for Jazz or do I just try to move on? Because whatever the reason being is, getting a reaction out of you was secondary to her actual intention, which was trying to determine what your feelings are for her and trying to get a rise out of you and see if it bothers you. Because she needs to know, is what she thinking in her head real? Is there something here? She's trying to move this along a little bit further. What's your second question, Jasmine? Is this your question that you want me to ask? Okay. All right. Should Ajaz ask Nay to be her girlfriend? Should Ajaz ask Nay to be her girlfriend? Should Ajaz ask May to be her girlfriend? Please show me a yes or a no. Please show me a yes or a no. Show me a yes or a no. So they're showing me maybe, But what my intuition is telling me is you gotta get something going with this girl. So maybe asking to be your girlfriend is a bit too rushed or too quick, but definitely needs something, some type of forward movement happening. I am getting a yes to that with the Six of Wands. So asking her out on a date, going on dates. If you guys have already kind of been in that dating stage, then maybe, yeah, go ahead and ask for commitment. But definitely don't want to rush or jump into something and skip a bunch of steps in between. So, the main thing that I'm picking up intuitively, or I'm trying to discern in a certain way that is transferable or translatable, I should say, is that it's important that you get this going with her. Like, do something to get this going. So, if you guys haven't been on a date, then maybe that would be the next best step, is to ask her out or ask for a hang, or just something where she can actually see that you guys are moving forward, moving in a more positive direction. So, if asking her to be your girlfriend feels too quick, I think that doing something that indicates that that's your intention would be good for her to see, and it would make her feel better, and it would move you guys further along. I don't know what to do. We've been on dates and I told her my boo thing and she's like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, I think Jazz, okay. So maybe she's looking for something more committed. So if you are ready to be exclusive and you feel like you guys are at that place, then I think, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. I think maybe Spirit just wants you to make that decision for yourself. But regardless of what it is you do, she is looking for commitment from you. She is looking for something more serious. And I know that you don't want her to walk away. I know that you don't want her to like move on to someone else. So because she's trying to figure out what she means to you, this could be a very pivotal time and a very sensitive time in your connection where she could go, well, I need to walk away, or she needs to make some plans to make this connection more stable. So if it feels right to you, if you're ready to be exclusive and make that commitment, that is what I'm sensing she is looking for. So I'll put that in your hands, but I'm leaning towards at a minimum making her feel like you guys are moving in that direction would be really important for her to know right now. So Ajaz, then I think it's important that you kind of talk to her and just have a very frank conversation, open and honest, and say, I really am considering asking you to be my girlfriend. I do have some concerns because you're still involved with your ex, and I kind of need to know where you guys stand before I make this commitment. And that way she knows your intentions. That way she's very clear about where your head is at. And that way she can let you know what's going on with her. Because it seems like right now you guys might be just going through assumptions about the other. Maybe she's not as involved with her ex as you think, or not in the way that you might be thinking, and she's probably thinking that you don't want a relationship. I feel like basically you guys, it's important for you guys to have a open conversation, and instead of you have then I'm very surprised and shocked at the way that she's acting then. That's kind of crazy. So she knows that you want a relationship. Wow. Then I feel like I'm way off base. This is the energy that I'm picking up. That's crazy. I told her I really freaking like her. I think you... Okay. Well, she doesn't know I want a relationship, so maybe that part. I will be very excited, Jazz, to hear what happens if you have this conversation with her and you come back and tell me how it went. because I'm almost feeling like she is kind of sensing like she doesn't know where you guys stand. And like you can't say boo thing, unfortunately. Like she needs to know what level of seriousness is it that you want from her. Because she can be your boo thing after she knows that she's the girlfriend. But I don't think that she's gonna really she's looking for more stability or more commitment. Yeah, definitely call her. I'll be curious to see. Something tells me you guys are gonna be way better after that conversation than where you are now. So I hope I'm right. Thanks, Jazz. All right, so next up we have Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you for posting. After Jennifer, we have Beautiful Love. Let me update the list. Yeah, because I want her. Oh, I called her and she said she'll call me back. Yeah, because I want her. Oh, that's so cute. Well, you gotta go and get the girl, don't you? It's reminding me of that Ariel song where Sebastian's singing that you gotta kiss the girl or something like that. I don't know why that song came up. Oh, girl, I know it. Yeah, my brother, he's a part of the community and he's been celebrating Pride like every single day. I've seen something on his stories. He's at a parade or doing this and that, and it's fun. I like that my birthday starts and kicks off that for you guys. Like, not to make this about me, but I think it's fun. It's a fun time of year. Beautiful Love, got you. Okay, so we are going to move on to Jennifer. Yeah, he seems to be having a good time. He's out in LA. So I think this is the first time too he's been able to do Pride Month out there. Well, no, maybe not, because I think he's done it out there before, but he lives there now, so he looks like he's having a lot of fun. Definitely keep me posted. I'm curious to see how it goes. Jennifer, I'm shuffling for you right now. How does my boss want to feel about me making a decision of leaving, and what new beginnings are coming towards me? Hey babe, when you get a second, will you turn the light on? Okay. How does my boss Juan feel about me making the decision of leaving? You're welcome, Jazz. How does one feel about Jennifer making the decision of leaving? How does he feel about her leaving? Damn, Jennifer, you have nothing but major arcana cards coming out, and that's very rare, number one, to just see nothing but major arcana, because there's only 22. Another one, 5 now. It's major arcana cards are only 22 in the whole deck, and there's 78 cards in the deck, so it's like very rare to get like boom 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 bunch of major arcana cards. But also major arcana has to do with like major life themes and significant events. So considering the connection that you feel with one, it's feeling like a big deal. It's feeling like something big is happening here. You have the Full, Strength, the Empress, Death, and the Emperor. And whenever I see the Empress and the Emperor in the same reading, I always stress about it. So keep in mind, if I've ever told you you have the Empress and the Emperor in the same reading and I made a big deal about it, it's happening again. I'm not sure if I've ever done that with you or not, but it means that you guys are a good match. It means that your connection is transitioning into something different or something new. Let's see. You guys are like the ultimate match is kind of what I'm getting. Not to say that you can't come across another emperor in your life again, but I'm just saying this is a significant compatibility and significant match, meaning that you guys will either reach your higher selves in a relationship together, or you feel you've done the individual work to be really highly compatible with one another now. In this versions of yourself that you guys are in. The Empress is like the mother wife, and the Emperor is the father husband. So it just really speaks to a high compatibility between you guys in a very spiritual sense. How does he feel? So if we're talking about how does he feel, we're talking that he feels that you are his match. You are a match to him. I'm also getting that he might feel like while he feels sad that you're leaving, this might also open up other opportunities because now you're leaving. So he might be able to do something about these feelings. But I feel like there is a sadness that he's not going to see you frequently at work anymore. Let's see. Oh, okay, this is making sense. So at one point I was getting that he felt like he was the higher up, he was the manager, and that he couldn't really feel like he could do anything about this connection. And he was showing himself as the authority figure here. But now that you're leaving, you're coming through as the Empress to him, meaning that you guys are on the same page or the same playing field or the same level, if that makes sense. So he feels like there's more of an opportunity for something to be done here now that you're leaving. He is still a bit indecisive. I do want to throw that out there. He's got a lot going on in his mind, but I think that he feels like maybe something has opened up here, or the possibility of something has opened up here. Did you have any questions about that? Aww. Yeah, I mean, like I said, there is a sadness that he's not going to see you around there every day. But I think that he's got some other things in his mind that he's thinking that maybe this is like a blessing in disguise. Oh my gosh. Aw, poor guy. Yeah. Well, you still have some time, like you're going to be there for a little while longer. think you said. So, you know, let him gather his thoughts. Like I said, he's got a lot going on in his head right now. He was like, screw this. That's cute. Okay, yeah, so I mean, you've got some time. He'll collect his thoughts. Yeah, I think that there is this level of disappointment that he's not going to see you around there all the time. But I think he'll come to terms with it, and he may even like move into like, oh, this might be my chance. This might be an opportunity, you know. So Jennifer, let me know if you need any clarity on any of that before I move on to your next question. If it's okay with you, I'm gonna run to the bathroom just really quickly. I've been here almost 3 hours, so gotta step away for a second. Okay, perfect. So when I come back, we'll shuffle for the next. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience there. All right, what new beginnings are coming towards me? Jennifer, do you have another job lined up already? Okay, got it. What new beginnings are coming toward Jennifer? What new beginnings are coming towards Jennifer? structure, routine, rationale, logic, power, authority, strength, making educated choices and decisions, authority figure. So maybe just taking more control of your business with a sense of direction, maybe actually applying those things that you were thinking to yourself that you wanted to do, or maybe push a little bit harder. I'm getting 2 of Cups here, so this also can talk about partnerships and love. We have Ace of Wands and Ace of Cups coming out at the same time. So I am getting that a relationship might be a brewing, at a minimum dates maybe, because the 2 of Cups as well as the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups makes me feel like there's like a new spark of feelings and potential and excitement and arousal and tension and chemistry, all the things that you feel when you're first digging in or starting a connection with someone. So I feel like it's very possible that you're going to be starting here in this new season actually a relationship, or at a minimum getting yourself out there and dating. I think that, well, hold on, before I speak, let me figure out exactly what we're talking about here. There is some stress in your life coming up, maybe in regards to your sense of direction though, because it's like, I feel like you know what you want to do with your business, but I think that you might also be feeling a bit of like a free fall as well as you try to tidy up maybe your finances. You might feel like, you know, it's a lot to try to launch and get this more like more better, get this more profitable and more lucrative, you know. Like I feel like you're getting to a place where you're like, I don't know if this is going to compensate my income. I don't know if this is like, if I put my everything into this, it's going to get there faster. But I think you kind of still feel like a free falling a little bit, and maybe when it comes to that, it's like you don't have a lack of direction when it comes to what you want to do with the business, but I think you might have this feeling or senselessness of direction when it comes to your future or how your future is going to play out, is kind of what they're showing me. So there's going to be a need for you to be more of a planner, have more foresight, treat this business as like it's your full-time job. Obviously, you'll have the flexibility to do what it is that you want to do, but Spirit is saying really plan out your days, really get a planner or a schedule. It says, you know, on Monday mornings at 8 a.m., I'll wake up, I'll sleep in. So you sleep until like 8 or 9. Then you say that I'll address emails for the week. That way you can give yourself like, I'm just throwing examples out there, but that way you can still say, hey, I'm laying in bed, I'm taking it easy, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm not rushing into work, but I've got a plan. And then at 2 p.m., I'm going to network with this company, and this company. Like basically what Spirit is saying is like create a template for your daily life and set them as appointments in your life, like appointments that you can't miss. Because I think a lot of times when we have our own business, we can get a little bit lazy with it, and the only person that's going to push us is ourselves. So scheduling and planning is the biggest thing. Scheduling your days and treating it as if it's a appointment that you cannot miss is going to be very imperative. So showing like some type of organization here. You also have the Lovers. So the Lovers, the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands coming out at the same time are all showing me a person in your life, a romantic partner, or some type of romantic spark. Okay. And I do see that Spirit is saying the harder you work towards this business, the more you're going to be rewarded. So know that. I have the 10 of Pentacles. You could even retire from this small business. Okay. They're showing me great profit, 10 of Pentacles, indicating lump sums, financial windfalls, things like that. So the 10 of Pentacles is like what we work to achieve in monetary form all of our life so that we can enjoy the rest of our days. So yeah, I'm saying they're showing me as long as Jennifer stays like dedicated and really treats this like a true business, a lot of good can come of it, is what they're showing me. So Jennifer, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I'm going to do a last call for donations. I'm getting kind of hungry. So no pressure. You don't have to donate. I'm just throwing it out there that this will be the last call. Working with Beautiful Love right now. So Beautiful Love, you can go ahead and post. You're welcome, Jennifer. Thank you so much. So Beautiful Love, I have a yes, no for you and a BOGO. Thank you, Beautiful Love. I'll be right with you. Hubby didn't give me a straight answer if he's done it over with the relationship and marriage. He asked me that question and demanded me. Wait, hubby didn't give me a straight answer if it's done and over with the relationship marriage. He will ask me that question and demanded me to answer a straight yes or no. So I told him I was open to work it out and no, I'm not done with this marriage. His answer was, I don't know, and basically dodging the question. Is he doing this on purpose? All right, let's see. Is he doing this on purpose? Spirit, please show me a yes or a no for Beautiful Love. Is he doing this on purpose? I do have yes, the world. Is he doing this on purpose? The world. Okay, what is his motive? Why is he doing this? What is his motive? To cause fear, anxiety, and worry within you. I have the 9 of Swords. Hey, Sarah, how are you? He is doing this on purpose. He is saying he's not giving you a straight answer on purpose. I think he's being a bit stubborn. I think that he's being inflexible, and he is doing this to cause internal anguish within you, maybe even out of spite. Okay, Sarah, thank you. Let me know once you donate and I'll confirm it, okay? I feel like he's not satisfied with how you are handling things right now, beautiful love. He does not give his stamp of approval. He does not like that you're doing this. And so he may just and you know, in the readings we did before, he may feel like you're punishing him. So this may be his only form of control, is mental and emotional anguish. So this might be just his way to get you back or something. Shake my head. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. It sounded about right. Ugh. Girl, I'm sorry you deal with this. This is not ideal. All right, guys, so we're throwing up a last call. Sarah, I will honor your donation whenever you're ready. Go ahead and send that over. We're just going to make one last call before I close the list. Yeah, that makes sense about him. So beautiful love. It's not, but I'm trying to stay strong, regain my strength. You can do it. You can do it. Today is my late mother-in-law's birthday, and I DoorDashed her some goodies. Like to her grave? Where did you send them? Rising, yes, you can donate. I'm doing my last call right now. Sarah said sent. Oh, got you. Okay. I was like, I didn't know that they did that. Like, put flowers, you know, in someone's cemetery. Like, I mean, hey, that's a good business plan. So, Rising Storm, can I? Yes. Have I done it many times? No, I have not. I've done it a couple of times. I would say a handful of times. I wouldn't say I'm the best at it, and I definitely wouldn't classify myself as a medium. Typically, the people that I channel are Earth side. So yeah, long story short, I can. But if you're looking for someone really experienced, I wouldn't advocate myself as someone really experienced. Three mini questions and 5. Okay, so 3 minis and then 5 channeled messages. Sarah, got it. You'll be next after Beautiful Love, okay? I had my husband's sister help me give it to her. Oh, got you. All right, so I believe in you. Thanks, Rising. All right, let's see here. me add Rising. I'm going to update the donation list here so that way you guys can see where you're at on the list. Thanks, Rising. Let me update and confirm everything here. Rising, was it through PayPal? Because I think I'm having a delay on my end. I'll have to check back in a second. Rising, I have your question. Sarah, I have your question. All right, perfect. Drop my questions in, post my question. It says PayPal. Beautiful love, I'm sorry. 1 second. All right, I'm gonna close out the app completely because it's saying the last donation I got was 40 minutes ago. So let me close it out entirely. Sarah, thank you for dropping your questions in. I will call on you when I'm about to work on yours to make sure you're here. If you're not here, I will timestamp your readings for you. And you'll see that in the comments after the live stream is over. I'm closing out the app Rising and going back in to see if maybe there's just a glitch in the system. It's saying it hasn't come through, Rising, but I'm gonna check my email and see if it came through in the email. Yeah, the last thing that came through was 40 minutes ago with Jasmine. So maybe it's just taking a second. Let's shuffle for Beautiful Love. Beautiful Love, is this the last question for you? BOGO. Got it. Thank you. Rising, it just came through, girl. It just came through. Thank you. Messages from mother-in-law. So she's saying, take a deep breath and exhale. Release the situation to God for healing and prayers. So she might feel like, yes, I got it, Rising. Thank you. She might feel like you're carrying a lot in your chest and you haven't really breathed in deep. You haven't really, sometimes we take for granted a deep breath in and a deep breath out, and it helps regulate us. And I also feel like just as a warm motherly touch or embrace, she's saying, child, breathe. Breathe for a second. Like, I feel like she knows her son is difficult to work with. I hear her saying, like, I know he's a handful. I know, how hard this must be on you. Please breathe. Please breathe. She's saying to de-stress your mind, body, and schedule. You need to rest. You need to make your body a priority. You need to recharge. She's saying that you have done the work that you needed to do, and now it's up to your spiritual team, your guides, your angels, your divine support to find solutions. Now you did your part. Okay, you've done what you needed to do for now. It's just time for you to kind of turn yourself off and take a break from all of this, because you seem to be worrying yourself quite a bit in there. She's asking you to know you've done your part, and I think that's important for you to hear, because I think at this point you feel you're alone and you feel like there's still so much that you need to do and you need to figure out, and you need to know how this is going to go. And what if it doesn't work out? What if he moves on? What if, and she's saying you've done your part. You've done what you need to do. And now it's time to give it up to your divine guidance and your divine support. And it's time to be gentle with yourself, because you've been through a lot and it's time to heal. I know that it might be easier said than done, because for you might be thinking, this is a very human problem. This is a very human situation that I am in. And my ego is here telling me I need to protect myself, telling me I need to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You're probably sitting there thinking, I need to come up with solutions. I need to figure out what to do. But Spirit is saying you'll breathe a lot better. You'll be more at peace if you just kind of let it go. Like, just unplug. Like, you have a plug into your husband. Unplug that plug for a second. Visually, in your mind, think to yourself, visualize that he has an outlet and you have a plug, or vice versa. You have an outlet and he has a plug, and you need to grab that plug and disconnect it from yourself. You need to take your energy that you put into him away. Do not allow him to have access, and visualize that is kind of what I'm hearing. She's saying, I don't care if it's an hour, I don't care if it's a day or 3 days or 7 days or a month, but she's saying you need to, little by little, try Even if it's for short periods of time to start, you need to let this go. You need to separate yourself from this. Find a way to disconnect. She's showing healthy ways, though. She's not saying, you know, submerge yourself into an unhealthy habit. She's saying, but find little ways to kind of disconnect and back away from this. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solution. So she's saying, you've done your part. It's now time for someone else to take over. There's nothing else that you can do right now at this time, even though you might think that there is. She's also saying, value your self-worth. You are a precious gem and you need to value yourself. So that is what I have, beautiful love. Let me know how that helps. I hope it does. And also you can post your second part of your BOGO. If you have any other questions, let me know. All right, guys, it is that time. I'm going to close the list. Anyone that is in here that would like to donate, I will honor that. However, everyone else, sorry to say, I am done for the night. I have been here, by the time that everything's said and done, I will have been here for 4 hours. So I do need to take a break, get something to eat. I feel like I'm going to be here with my family for a while, 3 hours away from my husband. I would like to know what you see happening for me in the coming months. Beautiful love. Yes, you can donate for one more. I'm going to be here with my family for a while, 3 hours away from hubby. I would like to know what you see happening for me in the coming months. Okay. What do we see happening for beautiful love in the coming months? Beautiful love, I have your yes, no. You can ask that question whenever you're ready. So beautiful love, this might actually come as a shock to you, but they're saying that you're going to feel peace within the coming months. You're going to have trusted your decision and you are going to be at peace. And not only that, but you are going to feel empowered as well. So it may be hard to see or may be hard to believe right now, but you are going to be very stable in your convictions. And you're going to feel validated and you're going to feel like you're doing this for the right reasons and that you made the best decision for yourself. So the thing is that you can rest easy knowing that you've done everything that you could do and you're guilt free here. So I think that's part of it, but they're saying that you're going to feel peace. You're going to have this empowerment and this inner strength that you never realized that you had. And this is going to really kind of help you along with what's to come. Let's see. What is happening to beautiful love in the coming months? What's happening for beautiful love in the coming months? So, digging your heels into work is something that they're showing me. So yeah, I don't know. Are you currently working full time? Because they're showing me you working hard. 8 of Pentacles. Maybe during this time, just trying to save as much money as you possibly can, or tuck away as much money as you possibly can. What's happening to her in the coming months? All right, so I also have the Knight of Cups here. Okay, well, if you're not working, I do self-employed, but I've been because I'm still a mess right now. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that so keep that in mind. Take that as it resonates for you. But the 8 of Cups could mean just working very hard in general towards something that you'll be proud of. So it could mean that you are looking for a job, or it could mean that you're taking that self-employment money and tucking it away so you can create a better future for yourself. So on and so forth. But the Knight of Cups indicates romantic offers and proposals, as well as you following your heart. Spirit is saying you're learning to trust your intuition quite a bit. The High Priestess here indicates the power in your intuition, and you following your gut is very important. So you're learning to trust your inner knowing, and you're able to discern to make the best decisions for yourself. So maybe falling a little bit deeper into your clair abilities. So if you feel that you have strengths in clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, so on and so forth, maybe diving a little bit deeper into that side of yourself. Yes, you will feel strong. I don't know if you heard the beginning of this reading, but you are going to feel empowered. You're going to feel strong. Find this inner strength within yourself. Spirit is showing starting a new beautiful love. I know that it's a little bit too soon for you to think about what's going to happen. Am I going to go back to my husband? Am I not? And I think that's why this message isn't coming in clearly, fully. But beautiful love, I am getting that if you decide to walk away from the situation with your husband, if you decide you gave it your all and there's nothing more for you here, I do want you to know I am sensing another person around you. Now they're coming in and out because I don't think you've officially decided if you're going to stay or if you're going to go or what's going to happen here. But they're showing me a masculine energy surrounding you, beautiful love. There's like this other person that's like they're not sure. It's almost like they're in spirit form, you know? It's like kind of reminding me of like a spirit baby, where a lot of times we have multiple children that have picked us, but we don't always know if they're going to come earthside or if they're going to continue to be a guide in our life, but they call them spirit babies. It's kind of like that. It's like I'm seeing a man kind of in your energy, but he's not fully there. He's like transparent, I guess is the best way to explain it. He hasn't fully anchored to this side because I don't know if you've made the decision to move on from your husband yet or not, but I feel like Spirit is saying that romance is opening up to you. They're showing in the coming months you being inspired with new ideas and new plans. Maybe even starting a new project or doing something creative. So yeah, that's what I've got for you, beautiful love. But I see that you donated for a yes or no question. So if you'd like, you can ask that now. You won't have to wait. Let's take a look here and ask. Oh, that's cute. Let's see. Next up, we have Sarah. Sarah, I have your questions, but if you want to check in with me, let me know if you're here. If not, I will timestamp your reading. Let's see. Spirit, can you please show me a yes or a no? Beautiful love's mother-in-law love her birthday gift. I hear her saying, how can you think of me at a time like this that you're going through? I just don't, how are you thinking of me? You know, it's such a, I feel beautiful love for her. It's like you're doing it just out of the kindness of your heart. And she's saying like, you have such a light about you. You have such a warmth about you. And I can't believe you're thinking of me at a time like this. And not only that, but you're doing it just for the sake of doing it. You're not looking for appreciation or anything to come of it. You're not looking even for a thank you. And so she's saying like, how is she thinking of me when she's overloaded, she's overburdened, she's such a giving person. How could I not love this gift? She's showing the family card. She's saying family. She's referring to you as family, beautiful love. So I am getting a yes, but I think that she's also shocked that you're thinking of her during a time of like, that's kind of hard for you. So that's really sweet. Sarah, thank you for checking in. I'll be right with you. All right, so beautiful love, that's what I've got for you, girl. Thank you so much for all your donations today. I hope that I helped you and that you found your readings with me beneficial. We are going to move on to Sarah, and after Sarah, we're going to do Rising. And then we're going to be done for the night because your girl's got to eat some food. I'm very hungry. All right, let's see. This is something I've wanted to do. Hubby and I was supposed to go visit her for her birthday weekend, but because of what happened now, this is not like getting to visit her. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday too, so I'm gonna visit my mom. Oh, well, enjoy your visit, beautiful love. I'm sorry it didn't work out the way you were thinking it was going to. Can we trust them with those blinds like that?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh man. What the heck?
You're welcome, beautiful love. Yes, everything is going to be okay.
What the heck?
Sarah, I am shuffling for you right now, okay? Just put Gunner on like a different, like put him somewhere else. Cause I don't.
I think we're getting it down.
Are you sure? You better watch him. Cause Bodie's a little thief. I'm scared. I'm pretty sure Bodie's gonna try to eat his snacks. I know how Bodie is. He's gonna go, when he's done, he's gonna go right over to Gunner's plate. He's eating them in time. Is it in his mouth though? That's what I'm saying.
Boom. We got him.
Okay, good. Thank you for watching him, because Bodie likes to steal all the snacks. It'd be hilarious if he went like this to Bodie's face. How does B Taurus feel about Sarah? How does B Taurus feel about Sarah? All right, so we have the Emperor, the Sun, the Queen of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. This is all very fiery energy. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So I've got to say his feelings for you are very different than his feelings towards the relationship right now. His feelings towards you are intense and loving, and he feels like very warm when he thinks of you, and he has a lot of good thoughts. There's even attraction here, and he feels like, but I think that he feels like in the connection, he feels like he worries about if he can be someone that you can rely on. I do feel like that's his ultimate goal. That is what he wants from this, but I think that he does worry about his ability to be someone that you depend on, be someone that can show up for you when you need it. He's showing me the Emperor, but right next to it he's showing me the Sun. And while this is a very like highly attracted chemistry and maybe even an intense connection that you guys have, that he's feeling, he is showing me that he lacks in a lot of ways, in maturity, in mindset. The Sun can indicate like childish behavior, wanting something fun and exciting, but maybe not ready for the attachment or the commitment. So I just feel like he's viewing his relationship with you as something that's very different than what he feels for you. He feels he feels seduced by you. He feels excited about you. He feels like you have his attention, and he feels like you're extremely unique and rare, and that no one can really compare to you. He feels like you're someone who has his heart, and therefore he's vulnerable to you because you could be the one that breaks his heart. I do see him, though, when it comes to the connection, he doesn't quite feel as confident in it. This is a tough one to read for, because it's like usually what you feel for someone as far as a person is typically aligned with what you feel about the relationship. Let's see. How does B Taurus truly feel about Sarah? How does B Taurus truly feel about Sarah? So I feel like he doesn't have a lot of hope for the relationship. Like, I guess that's what I'm getting, is like he feels so strongly and compassionately towards you, but I think that he worries about the stability of your connection, and that's kind of where his conflict, I guess you would say, or internal struggle is coming from. Is that he's saying it's not about how I feel for her, because if it was about how I feel for her, then we would be together. Because I think very highly of her. You know, she's a goddess to me. She's everything to me. But I'm concerned about our ability to stabilize the connection is kind of what he's showing me. Okay, so second question, what does he want the outcome to be? What does he want the outcome to be? Action. He wants something to change. We have 8 of Wands, hastiness, speed, progress, movement, things happening quickly, travel. He wants you to come to him, maybe, or he wants to come to you. He wants you guys to be close. He's looking for quick change. He would want you guys to spend a lot of time together, doing things that are fun to you both. And I think exploring the passion that you feel would be fun. What does he want the outcome to be? I think he wants you guys to overcome this guard up that you guys have, this struggle that you guys experience. He would like you guys to overcome. Again, lots of fiery energy. I've had so much fire coming into this reading, I can't even begin to tell you. You've had almost every single wand and every single fire sign in this reading so far. It's like this is a passionately fueled connection, and he wants to be able to explore that passion that you guys feel with abandon. He wants to be able to just say fuck it to all the rules and be reckless with you. Like, he wants to be able to just be wild and free and have fun with you and enjoy each other. He's in med school. Maybe he worries about the distance and time away. Very possible. A hard being at a distance, yeah. Okay. How would he treat her if they reconcile, please? How would he treat her if they reconcile? How would he treat her if they reconcile? How would he treat her? He would try as hard as he could to be as spiritually enlightened as he possibly could. He would try to self-reflect and be introspective. I feel like he would try to be emotionally available for you and realize that he's not perfect and that he can make mistakes, but he'll own up to them. I feel like when someone is on the path to a hermit, they are really looking for ways to make themselves be as good and as selfless and as pure as they possibly can. The journey to the hermit a lot of times means removing your ego. So I feel like if he was with you in a relationship, showing me the hermit would say, I am generous, I am giving, selfless, I'm able to own up to my mistakes. So I feel like he would be able to understand where he goes wrong and apologize. So this does speak to a mature type of person in the connection. I feel like he would be patient with you. He would, he would support you, in your decisions if you needed supporting, or he would help guide and take control when you felt you needed a break. I feel like he would really try to be a good partner to you, but he is showing me like he's coming to you still broken. It's kind of how he's showing me. Like he's saying, I'm not perfect, but I would try. Is kind of what's coming through. He does hold on to you. He has trouble letting you go, just as you have trouble letting him go. I feel like he would try to be, if you guys reconcile, he would try to be a very good person to you, the best that he knows how. He would try to learn from the lessons and do better. Make you feel safe. Exactly. Make you feel safe. That's a good word. Okay, so messages from him. Rising Storm, if you're here, if you can please check in. If you're not, I will timestamp your reading. Thank you. Messages from B Taurus. Messages from B Taurus. Messages from B Taurus. Does he have an accent, Sarah? Does he have an accent? I don't know why I'm like suddenly hearing like Italian or like Spanish or something. I don't know why. I was like, what is this? Because the message says, I'm tired of fighting these urges. And I don't know if whenever I read for him, if I felt this or not. But like, I wanted to say it with an accent. Like, I'm tired of fighting these urges. Like, I wanted to say it with an accent. I don't know what that was. But basically he's saying, I'm tired of fighting these urges, meaning like he's tired of holding back with you. He's tired of not saying what's on his mind and not being with you the way that he would like to be. He's saying, I am not in a position. Okay, that's so funny because I was like, what is this that's coming through suddenly? Because like I've done readings for you and him before, but something about this, I'm tired of fighting these urges. Like I don't know why I like was hearing like passion, like just like a very like like I said, reckless abandon. Like I was just hearing like someone just say like, I'm tired of holding back, like very like spicy and romantic. And that's so funny. Spanish. Okay. Latin accent. Okay. This is making a lot of sense. Yeah, that's what I was hearing, is like someone just like really just being like, I'm tired of holding back. Um, he's saying I'm not in a position. Oh, I love his accent. He's saying I'm not in a position to desire this connection the way that I do. So he is saying I desire you and I desire this connection so much, but I feel like it's not fair. I feel like we're not in a place to be able to feel these feelings that we feel for one another. It is funny. Like, how have I never picked up on that before? Oh my gosh. He saying, I feel like I was just a distraction for you. Like maybe that's kind of coming through as like, how do I know that you feel for me as strongly as you do? How do I know that I'm not just the flavor of the week? How do I know that what you feel for me is real? He's saying our connection scares me. This isn't in your head. I feel it too. This isn't over for me. And at the bottom of the deck, I have, I'm secretly longing for you. We have something special. I feel your energy. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, there's so much unspoken. Oh, so there's a song that's coming through. Let me try to think. What's the song? It's the lyrics. I can't think of the song off the top of my head, but she says, with words unspoken, a silent devotion, I know you know what I mean. And what she's saying is that you guys aren't speaking words, but you're devoted to one another, even though you're not talking about it. And you're saying to him, I know you know what I'm saying, because I feel this way and I know you feel this way. So the song is by one of my absolute favorites, the XX, and the song is called Angels. So you might want to look up that song, those lyrics, and yeah, see if any of that resonates for you. So Sarah, a lot of times when I do readings, I get information like lyrically, like through songs. I don't know if it's because I love music or what that is, but a lot of times they show me through songs. So with that being said, that might mean something to you. I don't know. You're welcome. All right, so Rising Storm is Adam watching over me. He's an ex of mine. Past last January overdose. Any information he has for me, greatly appreciated. Been thinking about him. Rising Storm, I am sorry for your loss. I know that's probably very tough. All right, let's see. Adam. Are you watching over Rising? I am getting a yes, Rising Storm. He's showing me love, like a hand over a chest with your eyes closed, and it's almost like if you're trying to send like energetic love to someone. So I don't know if that's the love that he feels from you or if that's the love he's sending to you, but it's like putting my hand over my chest, closing my eyes, and just really visualizing and sending like an energetic love or light to someone is kind of what I'm getting. He's saying you're very, I don't know if it's sarcastic or what is this? It's like sarcasm or like strong-willed. You have like a good head on your shoulders, but like it comes across as like, I don't know if it's sassy or sarcastic. I'm not sure what this is, but he's showing like this spirit that you have within you, or this willpower that you have within you that he hopes that you keep and that he's thinking about. Let's see. Like he's kind of saying like nobody fuck with her. Like I don't know if he's saying he's trying to keep people away from you, or he's trying to make it so that way people aren't disturbing your spirit. But he's also saying like you don't want to fuck with her, like you don't want her on your bad side is kind of what I'm seeing. We have, okay, so Ace of Cups is also here. So again, if I could explain these pictures, it's just like this beautiful cup of love. It's like this love that radiates in your whole body, and that either he's sending to you or you're sending to him, or you both are feeling. And I feel like he's saying like I'm here, like I can see that, I can sense that, I know that it's here. He doesn't want you to lose that spark. Like he's like, she's, oh fuck, what's the word, she's spunky, you know, like he's saying that she just has this like spirit about her that I love so much. Maybe trying to show you how to get it back, or maybe trying to ask you to get that back. Let's see. Dreams. So this to me just is very literal, that he could be coming to you in dreams. You might be having dreams about him, or that's just the way that he knows to talk to you. I'm also getting that sometimes you don't remember these dreams, but you might wake up with a sense of peace and not really know why. He was there. He's saying that she's not always remembering these dreams, but I'm there with her a lot. So yes, I am getting that he's watching over you. Can you tell me anything about this? What is he watching over? What is he watching over? He's saying like your love life. He's showing that he watches over your romantic partners. Maybe he feels like he's a guide in your life, maybe because he was connected to you in that way. 10 of Cups. He's showing me that he guides your love life specifically, is what it seems like. Can you tell me anything else here? He also helps you tap in more psychically. I have the High Priestess, so he's saying that he actually serves as a guide here too for you. Or actually, I don't know if guide is the right word. It might just be guardian angel. I'm not quite sure, but it's definitely someone that's here in and out. I don't feel like he's something constantly around, but when you're needing certain guidance psychically, telepathically, like through your readings or your spiritual work, he likes to come in and help you. And also, he's heavily involved in your love life as well. Let's see. How else do you watch over her? So he says that you can be quite indecisive at times when it comes to especially big areas of your life, and it's hard for you to know which way to go or what to do. He likes to come in to give you that extra push to help you lean one way or the other, to help make you feel more confident in the decisions that you make. He also wants you to know that there are choices and options available to you as well. So he'll come in to help give you guidance on which decision to make and make you feel more confident, but also make it so that you're not putting all of your hopes and dreams into one certain situation. He tries to help show you and illuminate other paths or other options that may be available to you. But yeah, he's showing so fucking funny. Oh my god. I feel like almost like he's saying hell yeah, she does. So you said, yeah, I'm in my mind a lot, and that's so funny because I read that comment, and as soon as I shuffle as I'm reading, I have the Eight of Swords. So he's saying she's in her head all the time. She's so in her head. How does he watch over her? Adam, how do you watch over Rising? So we have the Six of Wands. So I don't know if he feels like he's reaching you the way that he wants to be reaching you from the other side, but I think that he's saying like sometimes she doesn't feel appreciated. Sometimes she feels like taken for granted. A lot of what she does day in and day out is a thankless job. She's very giving to other people. She's taking care of other people all the time. And I think sometimes she feels underappreciated, or she feels like she's not acknowledged. And I want her to know that what she does every day is recognized. The love that she gives and the generosity that she shows every day in her life, it's hard work. It's hard work for her. You know, she feels like she's got everything on her own shoulders, and it's hard for her to find people she can lean on. And I hear him saying, like, I feel like I'm failing her. I feel like she's not realizing how much she is admired and how much the people whose lives that she touched would change drastically if she wasn't there. She makes a difference. She makes an impact, and she needs to know like how much she affects other people, and she doesn't realize this. She thinks that she just walks around unnoticed, and I feel like I'm failing her. It's kind of what he's saying. Like, I feel like I'm failing her because I'm not able to get to her and get through to her with how much she is appreciated and how much the people in her life need her and how much of a difference she makes. So, yeah, that's what I've got for you, Rising. Let me know if you have any questions about that. But I would say yes, he is here. He is he is with a big old smile on his face, like saying you matter, you make a difference, you help so many people. He also showed like everything you do, almost like every aspect of your life involves helping other people. Like from like morning till night, he's showing me like sunrise, sundown, she's helping people in every aspect of her life, whatever it is she's doing, whether it's her job, whether it's doing readings, whether it's taking care of her children. He's like, she's always doing for other people and always helping other people. And like, it's noticed, it doesn't go unnoticed. And so I feel like he just wanted me to reiterate that. That is really beautiful. I know that you feel a connection to him, and what's nice is you're always going to feel a connection to him. You know, maybe some part of you feels like, you know, at home with him to some degree, and I think he feels that way about you, but I think he wants you to get that spark back, that spunk back, you know, like that don't fuck with her kind of like, I don't know. He's like, she's got such a wild spirit. She's got such like a good heart, but you also don't want to be on her bad side, and maybe he wants you to get that back. Because you said you lost it along the way. You're welcome, Rising. Thank you so much. I will plan to get your private reading done tomorrow at 4. So just to reiterate, it's 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right? Aren't we in the same time zone? So if I say 4 p.m., we're saying the same time. All right, guys, so that is it on my list. I think I got to everyone. So for those of you who are hanging out, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support as always. And before I end the stream, if you can give it a like before you go, that would be great. I should be back tomorrow with more readings. And remember, if you're new to me and you've never gotten a reading with me before, let me know so you can claim your free reading next time. All right, bye guys.